So first off the board for me is KG. He's immediately safe. One of the most versatile bigs that we've ever seen in this game. He introduced a lot of like concepts that we see today where, big men are trying to do guard like skills. I think he influenced a lot of that and, top four, top three power forward of the game in the game, depending on, who you're talking to. He's been a leader on, good quality teams. Maybe he wasn't the finals MVP on the championship team with the Celtics, but he was absolutely what you would call the heart and soul of that team. Uh, top defender in the league as well. He's not just an offensive player. He's a great defender as well. So I think just a no-brainer. KG is safe here. Next player to me that's safe is AI. Again, this is a quick one. Pound for pound, greatest one of the best players to ever play the game. Especially one of the greatest small players to ever lace him up. And the things that he did at 6 foot are absolutely insane. Like if he were 6'3", 6'4", it would have been a different trajectory for the rest of the league. So they're lucky that AI was only 6 foot. So I'm not going to spend too much time on him. Then we got Dwight Howard, three-time Defensive Player of the Year, one of the most dominant big men in the league to ever play. Honestly, he had a stretch where he was probably the best big man in the league for at least 5 years. You can stretch that either way, maybe to go even longer. So got him definitely safe on this list. And then we get to probably the more controversial part of this list. We got Steve Nash left, Carmelo Anthony, and Tracy McGrady. And for me, Steve Nash is safe. What he managed to do, in a extremely athletic league where he did not come in and was not handed the keys to a franchise. He's only a 15th overall pick. Not really recruited in college, not really recruited in high school to go to college. And for him to do that, and again, yes, he won the two MVPs. And like I said, I'm not going to try to harp on accolades, but for him to lead the teams to where he led them as the best player, he was the best player on those Phoenix Sun teams. He elevated his teammates to levels that you only see players like Luka Doncic and Jason Kidd elevate their teammates to. Just on the fact of him elevating his teammates so well, I cannot cut him from this list. So Steve Nash is safe. And now here goes the part where I think a lot of people are going to be upset. I think this is where most of the comments are going to come from is these last two. I feel like these are very beloved players in the history of the league. And, when it comes to any type of, I'm not even going to say disrespect because I don't feel like I'm disrespecting either one of them. But when it comes to anybody, not picking them in a list of this type, it can get pretty toxic in the comments. But like I said earlier, I'm here for those comments. I'm here for the debate and the conversation. For me, I think Carmelo Anthony is the one that's going to be safe on this list, which also means that Tracy McGrady is the one that's going to be cut. Now, when you look at it, they're both similar players, traditionally known as just scorers. Honestly, neither one of them were known as playmakers, or I think Melo was an above-average rebounder, if you want to give him that. But for the most part, they're pretty much similar players, and I don't think either one of them is necessarily leaps and bounds above the other as far as scoring the ball. They're about even. It's splitting hairs. I'll say that. I think that's a pick 'em. If you want to say Tracy McGrady is a better scorer than Melo, I wouldn't argue with you. If you want to say Melo is a better scorer than Tracy McGrady, I also wouldn't argue with you. At the end of the day, for me, it came down to what I think is the most important thing, and that's winning. And to me, I think Melo is more of a winning player. When you look at, overall what their careers were, Melo is considered a winning player to me. I'm not gonna say Tracy McGrady is a losing player, and I'm not even docking him for the seasons that he was hurt or injured or whatever. When he was actually on the court, when they were both actually on the court, Carmelo Anthony was winning or in winning positions majority of his career, and the same cannot be said for Tracy McGrady. Am I going to say that that's his fault? Not 100%, but when you're the best player on the court majority of seasons, that does fall on you. It just the way that the game works. The star player is going to take majority of the blame when you lose, and you're going to get majority of the credit when you win. That's just the way the game works when you're at that level. All right, so that's the pick. Tracy McGrady, unfortunately, is the one that to me is getting cut from this list. I'd love to hear y'all opinions down in the comments again. Be sure to let me know what you think. If you don't think Tracy McGrady is the one that should have been cut, let me know why and why not. You have somebody else who you think should be cut. Please get down in the comments and let me know. I think I know which one you guys are going to say should be cut. I think most people will probably have Steve Nash being cut. But let me know why you think it should be him. Don't just yell in the comments and say you're stupid and this and that. Actually, explain, because I'd love to get down in the comments and debate it or talk it out with you guys. All right, until the next time.